Welcome back to PC Error Detective. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to master one of the most powerful tools for data collection on the planet. Whether you are running a business, organizing a community event, or just trying to gather opinions from friends, knowing how to build a professional-grade Google form is a skill that will save you hours of manual work and messy email chains. By the end of this deep dive tutorial, you will have a fully functioning, beautiful online survey ready to launch and collect data like a pro. Let's face it, gathering information can be a total nightmare if you are doing it through text messages or random spreadsheets. You lose track of who said what and the data is never organized. That is the exact problem we are solving today. I will guide you through every single click, from the initial setup to advanced Google Sheets integration, so you never have to deal with disorganized data again. We are building a high conversion barista job application form today as our primary example. Let's jump right into the action. To start your journey, open your preferred web browser on your computer and navigate to the Google homepage at www.google.com. You will need to be logged into your Google account for this to work, as all your forms are automatically saved to your Google Drive. If you don't have an account yet, it only takes a minute to create one for free. Once you are on the home page, look at the top right corner of the screen where your profile picture is located. Right next to your profile picture, you will see a small icon made of 9 tiny squares, often referred to as the Google Apps or waffle icon. Go ahead and click on that icon now to reveal the full list of Google services available to you. This menu contains everything from Gmail to YouTube, but we are looking for something specific today. If you don't see the Forms icon immediately, don't worry, you just need to scroll down a bit. Scroll down through the list of apps until you find the purple icon labeled Forms. Clicking this will take you directly to the Google Forms dashboard. This dashboard is your central hub where you can manage all your previous forms and start new ones. You will see several professionally designed templates at the top, like party invites or contact information, which are great for inspiration. However, to learn the mechanics properly, we are going to start fresh. Now locate and click on the blank form option, which is usually the first big card with a multicolored plus sign. This opens up a brand new empty workspace for us. Before we add any questions, we need to give this form a clear identity. Click on the text that says Untitled Form at the very top. I am going to type Barista Job Application 2025 here. This is the internal name you will see in your Google Drive to keep things organized. This one is what your applicants or users will see when they open the link. You can keep it the same or make it more welcoming. I will simply name it Barista Job Application. Directly below the title, you will find a form description field. It is a great practice to add a brief, friendly message here explaining what the form is for and how long it might take to complete. It is time to add our first question. Click on the box labeled Untitled Question. For a job application, the first thing we need is the applicant's name. As soon as you type first name, watch closely. Google's Smart AI recognizes the intent and automatically changes the question type to short answer for you. This is a huge time saver. A short answer field is perfect for collecting brief text like names, email addresses, or phone numbers. To maintain the flow, we also need the applicant's last name. Instead of creating a new question from scratch, look at the bottom of the current question box and click the duplicate icon, which looks like 2 overlapping squares. This creates an exact copy of our first question. Now, simply change the text from first name to last name. This method ensures your form maintains a consistent style and saves you from manually selecting the short answer type again. One of the most important settings for any professional form is ensuring people don't skip critical questions. Look at the bottom right of your question box and find the toggle switch labeled Required. Go ahead and click that toggle to turn it on for the last name field. Let's do the same for the first name field too. Now, when a user sees these questions, they will have a small red asterisk next to them, indicating they cannot submit the form without answering. Now let's try a different type of question. On the floating menu to the right of your question box, click the plus icon to add question. For our barista job application, we want to know about their experience level. Type years of experience in the question field. If it doesn't automatically switch, click the drop-down menu on the right and select multiple choice. This allows the user to select only one option from a list you provide, which makes data analysis much easier later. Let's fill in the experience options. Click on option 1 and type the number 0, then click Add option directly below it to create another slot. Type 1 for the second option and repeat this process to add 2 and finally 3 or more. By giving users predefined choices, you avoid the headache of people typing none, NA or 0 years, which keeps your final results clean and easy to sort in a spreadsheet. Sometimes you need to allow users to select more than one answer, and that's where checkboxes come in handy. Click the plus icon again to add a new question and title it Days Available. Instead of multiple choice, select checkboxes from the drop-down menu. This is perfect for a work schedule because someone might be free on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays simultaneously. Notice how Google's AI is already working in the background to help us out. Google Forms is incredibly smart. You should see a suggestion row above your options saying Add All, Monday, Tuesday, etc. Go ahead and click Add All right now. Boom. Just like that, Google has populated the entire week for you. This saves you from tedious manual typing and ensures no day is accidentally forgotten. If you want to remove a specific day, you can simply click the small X on the right side of that specific option row. Every job application needs to know the start date. Let's add one more question by clicking the plus icon. This time name the question When can you start? From the question type drop-down, select Date. This is a fantastic feature because it provides the user with an interactive mini calendar. Instead of typing a date in different formats, they can simply click their preferred day on the calendar, ensuring your data is standardized and error-free. For our barista application, the fields we have created so far are more than enough to gather the essential information we need to make a hiring decision. Now that we have our core questions ready, let's make this form look beautiful and match our cafe's brand. Look at the top right of the editor and click on the Customize Theme icon, which looks like a painter's palette. This opens a sidebar where you can change fonts, colors, and even add a custom header. Add a professional looking form builds trust with your applicants, so don't skip this part. The default settings are okay, but we can do better. Let's add a header image to give it some personality. Click on Choose Image under the header section. You can upload your own photo, but Google has a massive library of pre-made themes. Go to the Food and Dining category on the left. Since we are a coffee shop, scroll down until you find an image that looks like a cafe or coffee beans. Select the one you like. I'll choose this cozy cafe scene and then click Insert at the bottom. Notice how the entire color scheme of the form automatically updates to match the colors in the header image you just selected. This is another brilliant feature of Google Forms that ensures a professional, cohesive design without any effort. If you don't like the automatic suggestion, you can manually choose a different theme color or background color from the palette in the sidebar. Once you are happy with the look, go ahead and close the theme customizer. Before we share the form with the world, we must see what it looks like from the applicant's perspective. Locate the eye icon at the top right, which is the preview button. Click it now. This opens the form in a new tab exactly how it will appear to your users. Take a moment to scroll through. Check the required stars, test the drop-downs, and see how the calendar looks. This is your chance to catch any typos or errors before people start filling it out. If you realize that the order of your questions feels a bit off, don't worry, it is very easy to fix. Close the preview tab and go back to the editor. To move a question, hover over the top center of its box until you see a 6-dot icon. Click and hold that icon, then drag the question up or down to your desired position. For example, I'll move last name back above years of experience where it belongs. It's as simple as drag and drop. If your form is getting quite long, you might want to break it up into multiple pages so it doesn't overwhelm the user. This is called adding sections. Select the question after which you want the page to break. Then look at the bottom of the floating menu on the right and click the icon with two horizontal rectangles that says Add Section. Now everything after that point will appear on a page too, making the form feel much more manageable for the user. If you change your mind and want to bring everything back onto one page, you can easily undo the section break. Click on the three vertical dots at the top right of your new section and select Merge with Above. This will combine the two sections back into one continuous form. Just be careful not to select Delete Section, as that will delete all the questions inside that section too. Stick to merging if you just want to remove the page break. Our form is officially ready to go live. Click the big Send button at the top right of the screen. A window will pop up with several sharing options. You can send it directly via email, but the most common method is using a link. Click the second icon in the row, which looks like a chain link. This provides you with the URL for your form. This is the link you will post on social media, put on your website, or send to potential job candidates. That link looks a bit long and messy, doesn't it? Let's fix that. Look right below the URL and check the box that says Shorten URL. Instantly, Google creates a nice compact link that looks much more professional and is easier to share. Go ahead and click the Copy button next to it. You now have the link saved to your clipboard and you are ready to start collecting responses from the world. How easy was that? Before we look at the results, let's submit a few test responses ourselves to see how the system handles them. Open a new browser tab, paste the link you just copied, and press enter. Fill out the form as a dummy applicant. Let's call him John Smith. Pick some days he is available and choose a start date. Once you hit that submit button at the bottom, you'll see a confirmation message. This is exactly what your users will experience when they apply. Now go back to your Google Forms editor tab. You will notice a number 1 appearing next to the Responses tab at the top. Click on that tab to see the magic happen. Google Forms provides 3 different ways to look at your data: summary, question, and individual. The summary view is fantastic because it gives you beautiful charts and graphs automatically. If you want to dive deeper into what one specific person said, click on the Individual sub-tab. Here, you can flip through each submitted form one by one, just like looking at a stack of paper applications. This is very helpful during the hiring process when you want to focus entirely on one candidate's details without getting distracted by the overall statistics. You can also print individual responses from here if you prefer a physical copy for an interview. What if you have hundreds of applicants and a summary isn't enough? This is where Google Forms truly shines. Click the green icon at the top right of the Responses tab that says Link to Sheets. A box will appear asking if you want to create a new spreadsheet. Leave it as Create a New Spreadsheet and click the Create button. In just a second, a brand new Google Sheet will open with all your form data perfectly organized into columns and rows. The best part about linking to Google Sheets is that it updates in real time. If someone submits a form while you have the spreadsheet open, you will literally see their information pop up in a new row instantly. This is a game changer for collaboration. You can share this Google Sheet with your manager or team, and everyone will always have the most up-to-date applicant list without you ever having to manually export or copy-paste anything ever again. Sometimes you might need to close the application process once you have found the right candidate. You don't have to delete the form. Just go back to the Responses tab and look for the toggle switch that says Accepting Responses. Click it to turn it off. Now, anyone who tries to visit your link will see a message saying the form is no longer accepting responses. You can even customize this message to say something like, "The position has been filled. Thank you." For those of you who want to take things to the next level, Google Forms has some powerful hidden features. Click the 3 vertical dots, More menu, at the top right. Here you can find add-ons to add extra functionality like timers or email notifications. There's also a script editor for those who know a bit of coding and want to automate complex tasks. You can even find the embed code here if you want to put your form directly onto your own website. Congratulations! You now know how to build, customize and manage a professional Google form from scratch. This simple yet powerful tool will completely transform how you collect information and manage data. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to PC Error Detective for more simplified tech tutorials.